Okay, well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming down today. My name is Daniel Johnstone, Can-Man Dan, and this is my friend Colin, who is the president of the Refuge Mission Hall Foundation. And this guy, I love this guy, he does such great work. And thank you media for joining us today. I really, really appreciate that. Normally I like to come out to these things and I like to have fun. I like to raise awareness for special causes, help children, and just in general, just do some good. But unfortunately today I have to approach Edmontonians with some very troubling and disturbing news. And it's in regards to our homeless population, our homeless community. I have had the pleasure of working closely with the homeless people, our community, for the last year. And it's been incredible, it's been eye-opening, it's been life-changing. But I have noticed one common thing. There seems to be a very, very broken system here, Colin. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people falling between the cracks. I've heard some horrific stories from people as young as 18 years old to as old as 69 years old. We have seniors who are homeless. And to me, that is unacceptable. So, I've been wanting to hold this press conference for a long while now, but I wanted to make sure that I had the correct evidence. I didn't want to just come out after 2 weeks or 3 weeks like I wanted to, because I was disturbed on the very first week that I started this last April, but I wanted to hold off. I wanted to give it 1 year because I wanted to make sure that I knew what I was talking about. And after a year, I know what I'm talking about. And again, these are human beings, and the way that they are being treated is deeply, deeply troubling and disturbing, frustrating, saddening, and every other word you can use to describe it. So, the details that I might share today might be a little disturbing or a little graphic, but they need to be shared because these are people, and they have come to me and you, yes, and everybody for help, and that's what Can-Man Dan does. We help people, that's what my foundation does, that's what Colin does. We're here to help, and sometimes when we're here to help, that means talking about uncomfortable situations, and unfortunately, this is one of them. And before I continue, I'm not here to condemn anybody. I'm not here to point fingers. I'm not here to say that one political party is right and one is wrong. And as far as I'm concerned, everybody is to blame. Liberals, conservatives, New Democrats, everyday citizens, because this is all our city. And if one sector fails, the whole city fails. You know what I mean? Because we're only as strong city-wise as our strongest links. And right now we have a homeless population that is in severe crisis and is only getting worse. So again, this is not pointing any fingers, this is to create change. And that's what we're here today, is to create change. And I'm not saying that I have all the answers, I'm not saying that Colin has the answers, but we're here to get the ball started, because in regards to our streets, in regards to the homeless population right now, we are seeing almost non-existent help. And believe me, I know everybody on city council, I know all these politicians, they ask me about my work all the time, and I tell them about the issues, but yet nothing gets done. And again, I know this might sound like I'm attacking some people, but it's not. This is just fact, it's a matter of truth, and I have to share it. There is people out there, constituents, residents of Edmonton, who are in desperate need for help, whether that's physical help, whether it's mental health help, help with addictions. It's there is so much to do, but so little money and so little people to do it. And homelessness is a problem that affects everybody. It affects the entire city. And like I said, it's something that we've let go for far too long, and now we're starting to see the ramifications of it in society, and it's affecting everything. LRTs, buses, businesses, people, the streets, like it's everywhere. Homelessness is everywhere, and it's creeped into every corner of society because we have let it. And it ends today. Because I know I don't have any authority, I don't have any badges, any fancy letters behind my name, or any titles, but I'm over it. I'm tired of seeing it, and I'm here to tell everybody that the joke is over. And one of the reasons why I wanted to have this today on April Fool's Day and host this conference is because working with the homeless for the last year, it feels like every day is April Fool's Day. And then no matter how many people that I ask for help or assistance or organizations or politicians, I get, we'll call you, and then there's nothing ever done. And eventually, I get tired of talking, and then I just do something about it. And that's what I'm here to do today. Because there needs to be change. People are literally dying in our streets every single day, and people just walk by not caring. But unfortunately, I care. And unfortunately, I can't let it go on any longer. So in no particular order, I just want to share some of the issues. I have them in two categories, obvious and not so obvious, but I just want to share a few things that needs to be addressed immediately because we have election season. City council is going, and as well as the federal election is going. So we need, this is to all the politicians who are wanting to get into office because they're going to be the catalyst for this change. So, obvious problems that need to be addressed. Our streets have been taken over with drugs and addictions. The amount of Narcan that we have to apply on a daily basis, the number of people that I walk down the street seeing slumped over, not even breathing, they're passed out, we have to see if they're alive, we call 911, we have to wait hours just to get someone here. It's unacceptable. There's syringes everywhere, and it's just a sign of the times. And this is not a debate about politics. Again, this is just a matter of fact that I'm bringing to you. We have a serious drug and alcohol problem that is on our streets, and we need some serious mental health issue, like trauma clinics, as well as addiction clinics to help people through this process because their addictions are not going to go away on their own. They're going to need support from their community. Number two, violence and other illegal activity has also taken over our street. I have witnessed drug deals in the light of day. I have witnessed drug busts from places you wouldn't even expect that were drug houses. And again, EPS, I believe they are doing their best to remedy this situation. But again, we can be doing more. And that's what I'm here to say to you guys. We can be doing more. Because I've seen people walk by the streets, get bear maced randomly. And then we call 911, and again, it takes 3 hours to get somebody here. And there is nothing that we can do to help these people except one, rinse out their eyes and just comfort them and be with them. And we need to be able to do more. Number three, obvious, there is not enough shelter space in here. I can no longer count the nights that I walked out of the refuge mission hall after serving, seeing people sleeping on the streets in -40 weather with just blankets over them. It's sickening, it's saddening, and I get it. There are people who have maybe chosen this lifestyle, but no one has chosen to sleep on -40 on sidewalks when the wind chill is -50. You know what I mean? I've seen people with blackened fingers, blackened toes, amputations. It's horrific, and I don't wish this on my worst enemy, but yet we have thousands of people every day who are experiencing this kind of behavior, this kind of treatment. Number four, and I want to start this off by saying I love my first responders, I love the police, I love the hospitals, I love the nurses, I love the fire department. They do such a tremendous job, but I think that they can just be stepping up their game a little bit more. Because I have seen some police officers who have been lacking a little bit of compassion, a little bit of empathy. And again, I call 911 because people are in serious need of medical help. And the ambulance takes 3 to 4 hours to get here. If I can even get through, because all the time I spend it on hold on 911 as well. Again, these are services that are so basic that I believe that all citizens of Edmonton should have, but yet our homeless community is lacking them. And then number five of the obvious ones is there's a huge mental health crisis going on right now, and nobody is doing anything about it. We need mental health experts daily to come into all these places to start sorting out these people's traumas because they're so layered with hurt, with long suffering, with illness, just with so many things that they cannot function properly. But we need people, we need resources, we need the funding from the city to help get these services in store, intact, because mental illness, again, it's one of those things that doesn't go on its way on its own. We need people to walk through this journey with these individuals. And now for the not so obvious problems that need to be addressed. There has been a severe lack of leadership from every single level of government. Whether it's our city, whether it's our province, whether it's our country, it seems like every single government is trying to wash their hands of this problem, and that is no longer appropriate. So with election season here, I am calling on all politicians to come down here and give us a week. Let us put you to work for 1 week, and you will instantly see all the problems that I'm telling you here today.
Absolutely.
Because the only way that you're going to start to see this and fix this and care about this is if you're here with us to solve this. And at the end of the day, whether you're municipal, whether you're provincial, federal, you guys work for all the constituents, and the homeless community is still your constituents. So I'm counting on all politicians to come here and get involved. Let us put you to work. We'll give you the best jobs, I promise, but you guys need to see the problems. No longer, I'm not going to council anymore. I'm not going to politicians anymore and telling them of my problems. I'm going to start inviting them here and putting them to work and let the problems speak for themselves. Number 2, there is a severe lacking of funding and resources available to the homeless community. The Bissell Center is doing less and less. The Mustard Seed is doing less and less. Operation Friendship is doing less and less. And that is not because they want to do less and less. It's because there's no resources, no funding, no government body, no team, no societal. There's no one with them. They're on their own. Everyone's acting all for themselves. And we're all slowly dwindling away. I'm calling for unity as well between all the organizations here on this street, because we have the Bissell, Home Mission, we got all these different people, and I'm calling for a little bit of unity, because right now I just feel like everyone's kind of playing in their own ball court, but no more, because this problem is going to take everybody. The agencies, the politicians, the everyday civilian, it's going to take everybody. Number 4, people have seemingly stopped caring. The amount of people, civilians, and again, I know we all have problems, we all have issues, and sometimes it makes us uncomfortable, but the amount of people who just walk by people who have clearly overdosed or are clearly in need and don't even glance at them, don't even ask to help, don't even say, what can I do, don't even call 911, they just walk by. And again, this behavior is no longer excusable, because these are people. I don't care how addicted they are, I don't care how long they haven't worked for, I don't care if they've not paid their taxes in 10 years. At the end of the day, these are people who deserve our compassion, they deserve our empathy, and that's not just sympathy, they deserve our action.
Yes, they do.
And number 5, and the final one, there is no vision, there is no game plan, there is nothing going on that we can sink our teeth in as a society and as an activist, because there's no leadership. We have no one taking the helm, we have no one steering the boat, everyone's just acting on their own volition and initiatives, and again, we're just burning ourselves out. We're all just spinning our wheels, burning ourselves out, and we're going to need leadership. So, in closing, before I let you talk, because I've talked for far too long, Colin, is, again, I have been blessed to have been put in a situation where I have thousands of people who trust me. And I have, not that it's a lot of money behind me, but I have some financial backers who help me make a difference here in the city. And I'm here, not just for me and Colin, I'm actually here for thousands of people today who are tired of homelessness, and it's time. The joke's over. Enough is enough. We are getting to the bottom of this. So I have 3 things that I want to do. Number 1, I already said, politicians, you're going to need to get involved. I want to see you down here in one of the shelters at least once a week volunteering, so you can actually see what the problem is and get to the bottom of it and identify it and come up with a solution. Politicians, we need your leadership more than ever before. Number 2, I'm calling on City Council, whether it's this generation, this formation of City Council, or the next City Council who's going to be elected in October. I'm calling on them to reinstate the 10-year plan to end homelessness, because we used to have it.
Yeah, we did.
It was going strong for a little bit, and then it just kind of fizzled out into nothing. We need that back, because again, our City Council, as much as they say they're not responsible for it, they are responsible for homelessness. The federal government is responsible for homelessness, and the provincial government is responsible for the homelessness. Edmonton City Council, we need you to reinstate that 10-year plan to end homelessness, and I'm not going to let this go. You guys know me. I will be on you every single week if I have to until it's done. And number 3, I'm calling on the everyday citizen to get involved. We need help. We need volunteers, and we need donors. If you have extra clothes in your closet, clean them up and bring them down here. If you have extra money, I know it's tight these days, but if you have extra finances, donate them to people like the Refuge Mission Hall, and just come out and just see what's going on our streets. Again, they will speak for themselves, but I'm calling on the everyday citizen to get involved, because now is the time. We're at a political crossroads. We're at a crossroads here in our city, and the time is now for change. It is time for change, and that's what I'm here to say today. So thank you. That's my little soapbox, Colin. I come up and say things.
Oh, hallelujah. Thank you. First of all, my name is Colin Chong. I'm president of the Refuge Mission Foundation. And we're a gospel mission. We're totally funded by donations. We're not funded by anything else. We don't get any government money. We don't get any city money. We get our entire operation is funded by donations. So really appreciate what Dan is doing here. He's bringing some sense of this is a total city problem, and I've always recognized that, certainly in the last few years since COVID as well. Over COVID, so many things happened, but right now we are seeing like seemingly a distancing from the problem, and that's what Dan's talking about, the distancing from the problem we're seeing on our streets. Now, I have reached out personally to both government and city, and I have received those form letters coming back saying, hey, we're looking at that and we do have some solutions. But there seems to be no solution, and nobody wants to actually come down and actually look at the problem that we have here, certainly at the Mission Hall here. And so I always make that invitation, and nobody has accepted that until today, really. Thank you very much, Dan. And Dan has opened up so many of the things that I have thought about. There are so many things that we've lost over the last years. We used to have, before COVID, we used to have places where people could spend the day. They could go to the mustard seed, have a coffee, sit around, maybe play some board games, whatever. That used to be there. The Friendship Center, the 55 Club was open, and all those, and the Bissell Center, which is today, yesterday was their last day of opening up their drop-in center. So there is no place right now for homeless to do their laundry, have a shower, or have a coffee during the day, right? So between ourselves here at the Refuge Mission and the Hope Mission, which is the largest charity, we are the only people serving meals in the evening right now. So this is a tragedy that was preventable. This is preventable stuff. So I would certainly encourage everybody that might listen and watch this to think about what's happening to our city. That this is a citywide problem. It's not just in the communities and the suburbs, but it also is in our city. And it's a blight in our city. It's something that we have noticed. We have stepped up. The people that come here and volunteer, like Dan, have stepped up to say, we will help. But we do need help. We do need volunteers. We need finances. We have working on a kitchen and a place that we would invite men who accept Jesus Christ into their lives to house them, to help them find the path and the real hope that comes from knowing Jesus Christ. We do have that aspect of ours that we're working on, but again, we are doing this entirely by donations. We are looking to do more. Okay, I'll say that. But this is a problem for us because funding is a problem. The other thing is that what Dan mentioned is that there's no unity in any of the agencies. Like, for instance, the Bissell, the Mustard Seed, any of the secular organizations don't link up with the faith-based organizations. There's nobody, as Dan said, doing leadership. I would love to see somebody from any place to say, let's get everybody in the same room, right, and talk about what's going on, what we can do as a group, as people who want to do actual stuff on the ground where the rubber meets the road. I would love to see that, and that would be something that we'd be very interested in seeing. Also, the fact that we are seeing so many people with drug addiction problems and mental health problems. There is many things that the city could provide for the help of these people. And there's other solutions. I myself have tried to reach out to government and the city with a solution that would maybe help some of the worst people, the people that don't want to maybe go into, or made a choice not to go into shelters, to help those people, not as a shelter, but actually getting them off the street into homes. We have many places that are trying to do stuff, but there's not enough as unity about what we're doing, and I'd love to see that. Anyway, thank you again, Dan, for what you're doing.
You're right. And again, we have a nice little gift that we're going to present Colin, but I just want this. I don't care if this is the soundbite of the day, but it's the truth. Politicians, I'm looking at you because I'm coming for you in a good way, because it's time. Enough is enough. We need to start working on homelessness, and I am not going to let this go. I am coming for you. We're going to discuss. We're going to dialect. I'm going to invite you down here as much as I can. But the problem ends today. And I want this on tape. And thankfully we got it on tape because this is where we are going to see homelessness start to decrease. It's been increasing. We're going to bring it down. And this is the start of today because I have a little bit of faith in this. So anyways, thank you guys for coming. And, oh, Mom, come here. Before we go, and just so you guys know, I sometimes can be perceived as a little bit righteous or holier than thou, and that is not the case at all because I am just responsible for this problem, just as my mom. Because as Cameraman Dan, I haven't been around on the streets for a lot of years. I've been with kids and doing family stuff and holding events and stuff like that. So when I come back after all these years, I see what a complete disaster it is and what it's become. And I'm just to blame in this too, because I should have been more aware, I should have been more involved, and I should have been donating on a regular basis, and I wasn't. So that's why Colin here is trying to raise $25,000 so we can open up a brand new kitchen and have some suites and have some developments that people can actually live in and restart their lives, and we want to be a part of that. So he's looking to raise $25,000, and I want to give today, with my mom here, this check to you, Colin.
Oh, wonderful.
For $7,000. There you go, Mom. Colin, why don't you grab it on that side there? And this is for you to continue on doing your great work because I've seen 200 to 500 people you're feeding every single day. I know how much that costs. So take some of this, feed some people, do some renovations, but you guys deserve it. And thank you for your service because we owe you, and this is me as just fake mayor for the day, we owe you a serious token of gratitude and appreciation for everything that you and your team do. So thank you very much. Take this from us, and we love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.